Hey everybody, welcome to Grad Studies Academy. Today I just want to share a tip, a strategy for how to do a research paper and how to find sources when you're stuck. I'm talking when you're stuck writing a paper, you have 8, 10 sources, which usually isn't enough for like a 20-page paper. So you're writing and you get stuck. You have these sources, you got these books, you've taken notes, and I don't have any more material. You're like, what do I do? And it's easy to get stuck like that. It can derail your writing. And today I want to talk about a method I call the lateral research strategy, for lack of a better term. But it's thinking laterally, much like playing football or soccer. When you're lined up as a player or quarterback, if you can't just think about the players in front of you. You have your linebackers; they're doing their thing. And so you got to pay attention to that, but the defense can be coming around the side and then they sack you. So you got to think laterally to your left, to your right. What's going on this way? So yeah, much like research, you got to think that way too, as opposed to, I got my topic, I write my topic in, I'm writing a paper on the philosophy of Stoicism or whatever, and I got my 20 books and that's it. So because eventually if you just do it by topic, you might not get some good results. And how to do research, that's a whole other series of videos. I might touch base on those type of things in later videos. But for today, it's one trick that I have found very helpful when I have been stuck writing my papers, and even at the thesis and dissertation level. And there's this lateral method. It's part of has 2 parts, and one part is, as you're getting your sources in your books, your articles, taking note of, are there any common authors, scholars that come up? So out of your 10 books, you're like, oh, when you type in the topic, that John Smith's book, blah, 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 it keeps coming up in a search hit, and you change up what you're searching for, the title, and maybe you'll add some keywords. Oh, that author keeps coming up, or several keep coming up. And as you're getting into the research, you're taking books down, you're taking your notes down and your quotes, and you're saying, oh, this person quotes John Smith. And then you have another book. Oh, this person quotes John Smith, this book. What's that book? Check that one out. That might open up some more ideas. And because if you're not critically engaging and thinking and engaging with that author, that keeps coming up, chances are the faculty, the professor that you're writing this paper and handing it to has engaged with that author and knows about it. And if it's a key scholar and you miss that, they might question, or at least bring up, are you actually really engaging with the topic as broadly as you can be? So, and you don't want that. At the graduate level, it's about thinking critically, engaging with material, adding your voice, and synthesizing that information to do something coherent, either new knowledge or whether it's new applications, that sort of thing. So you want to be engaging in that, whether you agree, disagree. You want to read widely and broadly, but for a research paper, you need to have more than just 5 or 10 books. And so obviously everything's dependent on the syllabus and all that stuff, but for the most part, you want to engage with the key people who are talking about a subject. And the other part of thinking laterally, besides kind of a key scholar that keeps coming up, is a method that I learned when I was doing my master's program, because I struggled the same way. I'm out of sources, or I can't find, or I was really not able to find good stuff. And the librarian, a faculty member, shared with me this method. And it was to get a book that is an important book in that topic you're discussing or researching about, and go to the bibliography. It sounds really simple, and you might be like, what? You might know it already. That is awesome, but I didn't think of that. Go through the bibliography, the references, or endnotes if the book has them, and you just start going through there. And this is a key book that I'm working on. It already has a 15-page bibliography with tons of material, and some might be older, and that's fine, and new, and you'll be like, oh, wait a sec, I don't have that book. Or you'll start seeing, oh, wait a sec, I have that book. I got that book. Oh, I don't have that book or that article. And so you start taking note, and more, before you know it, you're going to have way too many sources for a 20-page paper. You're going to be like, oh, it cracks open a door to possibility into more information and just an ability to really engage with the topic. So if you ever get stuck, I recommend the 2 parts of this lateral method. Find a book that keeps coming up in your searches, whether Google Scholar or the library database, and check that book out. And so go to the source. If an author keeps quoting somebody and like, oh wait, they keep quoting this author, check that book out or books. That's going to the source. Or check a reference. Check the bibliography of the book and go through there. It takes time. It's not easy, but this will help stimulate your brain and give you more ideas and more books to work through. And then as you go through those, you can look at their bibliographies, and soon you're going to find pattern of who's who in that field that you're talking about. So try it. You ever get stuck? Try the lateral research method, see what happens. You can let me know in the comments if it helps, or if you have a method or something that is slightly different or could add to it. I think others would like to hear that too. And one of the next videos I want to talk about in the future, it's called the Control F citation planning method. Because what do you do when you have hundreds of citations and sources and pages of references and quotes? I'll look into that in another video. It's not recorded yet. And there is a way to keep track and not lose your sanity and be able to write coherently. And so until then, thanks for watching, and try the Lateral Research Strategy Method.